Marty Marcy and Elaine Aylward agus más míon libh tá trochtdrucht chuí Gaeilge le fáil níos déanaí freisin le cuan ó farta agus Claire O'Connor RTE News Channel agus an RTE player.
Gurav Milamagat Ivan, welcome indeed to this All-Ireland Senior Camoige final. It's the culmination of almost a year's work of preparation and coaching, but ultimately the honour of marching behind the band on All-Ireland final day falls to the Camoige players of Cork and Galway. There has been some drama en route with some spectacular skulls and individual skills, with teams like Tipperary and Waterford hovering ever closer to the summit. Drama as well with wrong sending-offs in the All-Ireland semi-final, like Dervla Higgins for Galway. But thankfully she's marching in her maroon and white colours in Croke right now. Good news too, of course, for Orla Cronin, who was sent off from Cork's semi-final clash with Kilkenny. But she was given the green light by the DRA, the Disputes Resolution Authority, to play late last night. The decision would seem very late, in fairness. 3 seems to be the magic number for these counties. This is Galway's third All-Ireland final in a row, and it's 3 years since we saw Cork parade behind the band on All-Ireland final day, which is a long, long time by their very own high standards. Since the turn of the century, Cork have contested 15 All-Ireland finals, winning 9 and losing 6. It's 25 years since Galway won their first senior All-Ireland title back in 1996. The team managed by Tony Ward and captained by Imelda Hobbins, who proudly brought the O'Duffy Cup across the River Shannon for the first time. There is a great atmosphere in Croke Park today, as a crowd of 30,000 is allowed to witness this great occasion. This is the 2021 All-Ireland final between the champions of 2018 Cork and the 2019 champions Galway. And with me is a former Kilkenny star, Elaine Aylward. Good afternoon, Elaine.
Afternoon, Marty.
Delighted to have you with me as always. What are your thoughts on this All-Ireland final?
Oh, first of all, what a day to be back in Croke Park. A September Sunday, 3 Camoige finals here and the biggest stage of these players' career. And look, it's that age-old rivalry of Cork and Galway. They've come to know one another so well over the past number of years, and each have had their ups and downs, and they're back here. Cork with huge momentum behind them, having beaten Kilkenny in the semi-final, knocking the All-Ireland champions out of it, and Galway back here for the 3rd time since December last year. Ireland final here that night to Kilkenny, lost the league final here, and now they're back here again. So huge testament to them, their resilience to be back at this stage again, and as you said, for the 3rd year in a row. And Cork back again, like you said, 3 years wouldn't seem long in a lot of counties' books, but in Cork it's a lifetime, and huge momentum with them, I think, and huge motivation now to get back to where they feel they've been talked about maybe as the 3rd team in the country for a lot of years. They're behind Kilkenny and Galway, and I don't think they feel that way in Cork. I think they probably feel that they should be number 1, and they're back here to prove that today.
Well, experience could be vital today, which might favour Galway, surprisingly, because Cork have 5 All-Ireland final debutants. Goalkeeper Amy Lee, wing-back Saoirse McCarthy and Laura Hayes, Fiona Keating and the captain Linda Collins are experiencing this day for the first time. Do you think that's a vital factor here?
Yeah, I think it probably is. A couple of new players, as I said, All-Ireland final day is completely different to any other day in the Camoige calendar. We don't get this crowd at championship matches generally, and you're here, you're marching behind the band. We've had an eerie 2020 last year where there was nobody here for the All-Ireland final, so it's a new experience again for Galway. They're players that will have experienced Croke Park, but maybe not the noise and the volume of this in a couple of years. So huge days for those players, their clubs and their families. But look, I don't think any of the Cork players are going to show any sign of nerves. Or, plenty of experience at underage level. A lot of them here, the likes of Linda Collins, would have been here for Cork intermediates over the past number of years. So they have experience of Croke Park, and look, Cork have that sense of confidence when they come to Croke Park. They love to play here, and they certainly love to win here.
Well, the Cork supporters are here in their thousands, and great supporters of Izzy O'Regan from the Ballygarve and Camogie Club, as you can see. And there is a wonderful atmosphere around Croke Park as the Artane band continue to march back here in front of the Hogan stand. And it's great to see so many people here, close to, well, we're allowed 30,000. Not too sure if there are 30,000, but it must be close enough.
Certainly the noise of 30,000, I think, anyway. Camogie finals, they always bring a great noise and a great atmosphere to Croke Park, and I think it was sorely missed last year. It's great to have it back, obviously, in all codes, but especially for the Camogie. And as I said, this is the 3rd final of the day, so we've been treated to 2 great finals already, and I'm sure this one is going to be no different.
When I look down there, the Artane band, as they head away, they must mention Trooper Casey Conroy from Mount Mellick in County Laois. She's one of the flag bearers. She plays Camogie with O'Moore's intermediate team, and she's due to deploy in Lebanon next month. And also we salute Private Claire Finucane, who serves in Galway. She plays camogie with the Liam Mellows Club and recently completed her potential NCO's course. So we're about to pause for our Raw Navean, Cork and Galway, facing into each other in a clash that hasn't happened since 2015. Cathal Murray, manager of Galway, now in his 4th year in charge. As we're going to pause for our Raw Navean, as we head and look towards the tricolour, head over towards Hill 16, as we pause and wait with the President, Michael D. Higgins, and Taoiseach Micheál Martin amongst us today. We're looking to the skies as well, because the Air Corps will be flying past very shortly, led by the captain, James Northover. Flyover Croke Park on All-Ireland Senior, Junior and Intermediate Camogie Final Day. We salute Eagle 1, led by Captain James Northover, Eagle 2, Commandant Edward Snowden, and Eagle 3, Lieutenant Owen Blake. Always wanted to mention that on live television. Eagle 1, Eagle 2 and Eagle 3. Meanwhile, back on the pitch, it's Liz Dempsey from Kilkenny as the match referee, with her linesman Ray Kelly, John Dermody. Her umpires are John Dempsey, Owen Hayes, Aisling McGrath and Paul Dempsey. Cork have won the toss. They are playing from left to right as we look at it here. It is a beautiful afternoon, dull, cloudy, but no wind and no rain, thankfully, on this September day. September 12th, 2021. Little fist pump from Cork player to the referee. Waiting patiently is Niamh Kilkenny. Remember, there is that late change in the Galway side with Carrie Dolan. You can see that Aoife Donoghue has now moved to midfield. Now, they won All-Stars together as the centre field combination in 2019. 8 and 9 for Cork is Hannah Looney and Aisling Thompson. Ball is thrown in. The All-Ireland Senior Camogie Final is underway.
And superb mind games already. Hannah Looney and Aisling Thompson hanging around the half-back line there with Laura Tracy, waiting to see who they'd pick up in the middle of the field, and eventually went out and left that Galway midfield know that they were there to mark them for the next 60 minutes.
Ball cleared by Shauna Healy, going straight over the sideline. Aisling Thompson from Milford in North Cork going to take this. Miscommunication. Niamh Kilkenny read it well, given a little bit of space. Great hook, great work. Well done, Fiona Keating from Courcey Rovers. Cork Senior Camogie Champions 2020.
Yeah, superb run back from Fiona Keating there, alert to the danger and made serious ground on Niamh Kilkenny, who's no slouch herself around the middle of the field. Got a great hook in, dispossessed, and Hannah Looney then just blown for a shoulder.
Good to see Carrie Dolan back. Picked up an injury in the game against Westmeath. Hasn't featured since. She takes the free, which is going straight between the posts and over the bar. Yeah. Normal service has resumed.
Service has resumed, you know, and that's an area of Galway where maybe a little bit shoddy in the semi-final and missed a couple of handy frees. Maybe Carrie will not miss those, you know, may have been out of competitive action, but certainly not out of free-taking action for the last number of weeks.
Breaking ball picked up here by Aoife Donoghue from Mullia. Batted down towards Saoirse McCarthy. In comes Sarah Spellman. Siobhan McGrath scooping it up. second time round, trying to get away from the shackles of a Cork defence. 4 players converging on her. Pamela Mackey is there. Goalkeepers available if needs be. Doesn't require her. Gives it out for as Libby Coppinger. Over for as Hannah Looney. And the great club of Killa in East Cork. Hannah. Going straight to the middle. Hand pass. And the boss of it. Hurley pass was not a great one, to be honest with you. Chloe Sigerson. In comes Galway. Basically tackling fair and square. You could see that Galway certainly are up for it, not giving Cork any chance to settle. Good work here by Ailish O'Reilly, trying to get away from Maeve Cahalan. Referee Liz Dempsey has blown her whistle, and that's going to be a free-in for Galway.
Yeah, huge intensity there, you know, right from that turnaround. Pamela Mackey back on her own goal line. Hannah Looney with that savage run up through the middle of the field, eventually overturned and back up, and a huge battle there between Maeve Cahalan and Ailish O'Reilly. And Ailish O'Reilly doing really well to eventually win the free, and a chance for Carrie Dolan now again to put her second point on the scoreboard.
From Clarenbridge, just 22 years of age, student in the NUIG. Her aunt, of course, is Therese Marr, 2013 All-Ireland medalist, so the bloodlines are good. And that's her second attempt at a free, second point.
Yeah, and it's something Cork will have to be wary of. You know, Denise Gaw scored 7, I think, from frees in their semi-final defeat of Kilkenny. So, you know, Cork obviously tenacious in the tackle, will just need to be careful. If they give away the frees, they will be punished by Carrie Dolan.
Emma Helibert batted away on this occasion, knocked away from Laura Hayes, picked up by Catherine Finnerty into the space, cutting across at Siobhan McGrath, looking at the goalpost down at the Hill 16 end and sending it straight between the posts. Very good play.
Yeah, super. And Galway really have isolated her in there on the edge of the square with Libby Coppinger, you know, and they look to isolate her in there all day and get good quick ball into her. Teenie Cormacan has picked up Chloe Sigerson as expected, so, you know, Chloe had a great semi-final. I don't expect her to get as much space today from Teenie Cormacan.
Ball comes down towards Chloe Sigerson, knocked away by Aoife Donoghue. 2 players coming in. Still Aoife with the sliotar, giving it back for Niamh Kilkenny. Calling for it is Emma Helibert. Swings around to the left-hand side to the Togue. Inside is Ailish O'Reilly. Goes to the right. Siobhan McGrath was available to the left, but she knew what she was doing. That's a good score.
Yeah, Galway have started with real intent in there, you know, as I said, that fast ball into that full forward line, and, you know, if they hit form in there, they are capable of racking up big scores and just getting on top of that Cork full back line at the moment.
Not even 5 minutes gone, and Galway leading by 4. Make that 3. Cork's opening score comes off the hurley of Aisling Thompson.
Yeah, really good move from Cork there. Lovely long ball down in on top of Fiona Keating. Broke to the ground in front of her, and Hannah Looney and Thompson were coming onto it at pace, and it was Thompson that picked it and got the score.
Nicely picked up by Laura Tracy. Sending it in towards the corner. Getting there first is Dervla Higgins. Shields herself from between the sliotar and her direct opponent, that's Katrina Mackey. Nipping in is Katrina Cormacan, Dervla Higgins, Orla Cronin. Line ball goes to Cork.
Yeah, and Orla Cronin, although she started at left corner forward, has moved into full forward now and has been picked up at the moment by Sarah Dervin, so expect her to create plenty of movement inside there.
Katrina Mackey. Crossfield ball was half blocked. Dervla Higgins just bounced off for Hurley. Still protecting the ball. Ball scrambled free. It's Chloe Sigerson bearing down a goal. Over for Amy O'Connor. Good work by Shauna Healy. First touch by Niamh Kilkenny. Ducking and diving the challenge provided by the Cork player. Comes back for Azelle Laura Tracy. Little shimmy to the right. Look at the hard-working Ailish O'Reilly as Cork tried to find momentum. Galway chasing impacts. Back outside. That's great work by Galway. The diagonal ball puts in front of Orla McGrath. Trying to scoop it up. Has it in the left hand and away she goes. She has the sister to the right. The sister calls. That's Siobhan McGrath cutting in, queuing up in front of the goals. She goes solo. She's doing it fine on her own. Excellent play, Siobhan McGrath.
Yeah, super score again. And look, Galway look threatening every time they get the ball up there. You know, Siobhan McGrath and Orla McGrath look like they're probing, look like they're trying to break inside to maybe get a crucial goal, maybe just to break Cork resilience a little bit. But Cork defence doing well to hold them out and let them take their points from distance.
Fiona Keating working hard, coming through the middle, heading towards the 20. Trying to get the ball inside first, Katrina Mackey. Out comes the goalkeeper, Sarah Healy. Still alive, the slither, Fiona Keating. Trying to protect herself, Katrina Mackey. Great look at the way the Galway are challenging. They are there in numbers, trying to scoop it up. Eventually the referee is going to blow the whistle. She has blown it. She's going to give a throw ball, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, great defending by Galway there, as I said, getting the numbers back and really tight in the tackle. And Fiona Keating with a great run there. Hand pass maybe delayed a little bit too much, a little bit high, lobbing into Mackey, and just took her that extra split second to try and control it. But credit to Healy, got out off the line really, really quick and got down to block the attempted shot on the ground from Mackey.
Mackey did get a touch, and the goalkeeper did well. A little bit of concern here for Aoife Donoghue. She just seems to be a little bit concerned about herself, but she's fine now. Had a bit of time to get her breath back. She's a fabulous player. I mean, she's 3 times an All-Star. Secondary school teacher, has already won All-Ireland medals. Scored 2 goals and 5 points in the journey so far. Glad to say that she's fitting well and able to continue. Liz Dempsey, the referee from Kilkenny, trying to keep players away. Nicely picked up by Dervla Higgins. Nice stick work, nice balance. Good chasing by Cork. Won it back. Saoirse McCarthy hand passing it into the centre towards Fiona Keating, dropping this ball in and dropping it over the bar. Chloe Sigerson was the player actually that did it here. Let's have a look at it again. As the ball came back out, Saoirse McCarthy giving it to Chloe Sigerson, and look at that. Fabulous point from way out the field.
And just shows you the calibre of the player, Chloe Sigerson. You know, as I said, did it 4 or 5 times against Kilkenny in the semi-final. It's a threat goal alert. She's been followed closely by Teenie Cormacan, but still manages to pop up on that bit of space herself.
Hannah Looney being fouled, free for Cork. Chloe was on the Cork intermediate team back in 2016 that lost to Kilkenny. Joined the senior panel at 2018 at halfback, but her move to half forward has really paid dividends. She's a pretty good free taker, but this time just off target. Disappointment for her. Disappointment for her manager. Well batted down into the path of Ciara O'Sullivan from Newcestown in West Cork. Nice little pick up by Katrina Mackey. Again, Galway just seem to be there in numbers. Here's Aoife Donoghue, fully recovered thankfully. Inside the Cork 65. Ball goes a little bit astray. Nicely picked up, however, by Siobhan McGrath. Giving it back outside to Aoife Donoghue. Cork are there to relieve the pressure. Ciara O'Sullivan just passing her own 65-metre line, giving it into the centre. The pass goes astray. Picked up by Katrina Mackey. In comes Saoirse McCarthy, one of several Courcey Rovers players on the team. As the Cork go in pursuit of scores, and that is a sweet point between the posts and over the bar. Hannah Looney from Killa.
Yeah, great run from Hannah through the centre, and you know, great work from Cork on this sideline here. Looked like they'd been overturned a couple of times, but won the ball back well, and that's a point now for Looney, a point for Thompson from the middle of the field, an area where, you know, a lot of people said that battle may prove crucial in the winning of this game.
Ball comes down towards Sarah Spellman, stopped this time by Laura Tracy. You can see why she won an All-Star in 2017, as the ball is a bit of a 50-50 ball coming out with Shauna Healy. Out towards Fiona Keating and Emma Hallibert. Ball bobbling. Cork retain the possession. This is Orla Cronin that gives it a good pass. Ball is dropping in, and that is a superb score. It's Hannah Looney again. Between herself and Aisling Thompson, they scored 3 times.
Yeah, and what a perfect, lovely ball off the shoulder from Orla Cronin. The minute she got it in her hand, looked up, knew the support play would be coming through, and what support to have in Hannah Looney, and a super score for her. And they're really starting to dominate there around the middle.
Cork were a little bit slow to settle. I think it was around the 5th minute. It was something like 5 points to no score. Then Aisling Thompson got a point, and look at it now, just 1 point between the teams. Here's Orla Cronin. Just won't come up the first or the second time. Galway converge on her. Dervla Higgins lays it back. Far as her captain, Sarah Dervin. Into the centre towards Niamh Kilkenny. Has the time this time to turn and give it long. Orla McGrath chasing after it. With her is Pamela Mackey. Referee blows the whistle. Mackey was fouling. Free in for Galway.
Yeah, that was a super diagonal ball across into that space again, and the two McGraths inside constantly on the move, creating that space. And when the diagonal ball came in and Orla McGrath was first to it, she was always going to ask questions of the Cork defence. And Mackey right up on her back there, and hand on the back, and a simple free now for Carrie Dolan.
Carrie Dolan with her 3rd free and 3rd point. One of the best in the game.
Yeah, what a remarkable recovery, as you said. Picked up a serious knee injury, and I saw her a couple of the championship games on crutches, and had heard at the semi-final that maybe she'd done more damage and wasn't going to see any game time this year. But what a recovery to be back here on All-Ireland final day.
Long ball up towards Carrie Dolan. Sweeping behind her half-back is Laura Tracy. In comes Dolan with a challenge. Saoirse McCarthy finds herself under pressure. Good work, Aisling Thompson. Steps by the first challenge. Gives it into the centre towards her midfield partner, Hannah Looney. It is the launching pad for Cork. If they're going to win this All-Ireland, is the Looney-Thompson combination. Out comes Aoife Donoghue, floored. And that is a free for Galway. She's giving it everything, Aoife Donoghue. She's been in the wars at least twice. As in comes the challenge. A little bit high, to say the least, from Chloe Sigerson, and down went Aoife Donoghue. Yeah,
Hannah Looney there just maybe a little bit over elaborate on the hand pass, and maybe could have come a little bit sooner, but really well read there by Emma Helbert at centre back. And Cork looked to have there if they could just create it, but again, running at that Galway defence and asking questions of them, same way Tip did in the semi-final. When Tip ran at them, they did open up that Galway defence on a couple of occasions. They weren't able to punish them, but Cork looked like it's something they have worked on. And Hannah Looney has got through for 2 points herself from the end of long runs, and has been there to create an overlap. It just hasn't come off just as of yet for them.
And Chloe Sigerson getting a yellow card for that challenge in Aoife Donoghue, which I think is the right call by the referee. It was just that little bit high. You can have a closer look at it here. There's the challenge.
Yeah, and under the new rules, obviously shoulder to shoulder, minimum contact is allowed to contest for the ball, but Aoife Donoghue in possession of the ball there, and Chloe trying to, I suppose, illegally dispossess her. So a heavy tackle for Aoife Donoghue, who's really getting stuck in around the middle of the field.
Cathal Murray in conversation with his fellow selectors. Mike Finn and Orla Kilkenny Tresmar all there in the background. Meanwhile, it's Sarah Healy that's taking the free for Galway. Tries to put it into the space. Good work by Eilish O'Reilly. She started a little bit behind her opponent, but she got there. Picked up by Orla McGrath. Well blocked down. Ball comes down into the Galway half of the field. First touch here was vital. It's superb. Amy O'Connor. And away she goes. Through the D, the 20, tries to flick it, but great defending again by Galway. Dervla Higgins, a vital interception. As this game steps up in tempo, Aoife Donoghue couldn't pick it up, tries to pull in her first time. Little flick on, beautiful by Katrina Cormican. Over for as Aoife Donoghue as Galway go into the attack. The goalkeeper, Amy Lee, has to come off her line. Gives her first her midfielder, Hannah Looney. Uses the two hands in the hurley to give her first Pamela Mackey. Good play by Cork. Fires Laura Tracy. Into the space, calling for it is Newcestown. From Killer to Newcestown. In comes the challenge. It's Galway back there in numbers. Lovely little sidestep by Catherine Finnerty. Into the centre. Down the middle. Pushing forward is Laura Tracy. Picked up here by Pamela Mackey. Again, Galway putting the pressure on, but there was a little bit of holding on the corner back from Douglas in the south side of Cork City. And that's going to be a free for Cork.
end-to-end action there, you know, from the run initially, and Amy O'Connor's super run down there, the great interception by Derval up Thompson's block in the middle of the field. It had it all in that couple of seconds of play, and now a chance for Chloe Sigerson from the middle of the field.
She's already scored one from play. That was a superb block down by Aisling Thompson as we look at a moment in time. Chloe Sigerson, a student, biochemistry student at UCC, hits this, and it's gone to the left and right. Second wide of the match for Cork. Yeah. And they trail by 2. And
both from Chloe, the free initially to the right-hand side of the post and that one to the left, so she'll be disappointed with them. You know, there are 2 chances that possibly Cork feel they could have got. You know, that one came on the end of a lot of hard work. It would have been nice for Cork to get a score on the scoreboard to represent that hard work, but certainly have pulled themselves back into this game. You know, Galway started the brighter for definite, but credit to Cork, they've pulled themselves back into it.
Just looking there as Galway management have a little chat as the first water break of the day happens. And Galway had a great start today, but we have to give credit to Cork because they have found, they might have been slow here to get going, but they've found their rhythm. They're playing better now.
Certainly, yeah, you know, and I think it's obvious from the start, Galway trying to isolate the Cork full back line there and use the pace of the 2 McGraths inside to use all that space in there and try to create that goal opportunity. But likewise at the other side, once Cork have got to grips with it, they've gained a real stronghold in the middle of the field there. As you said, Hannah Looney and Aisling Thompson have 3 points between them, but it's the runs of the 2 of them down the centre. Fiona Keating has made a couple of runs. The last pass just hasn't quite come off yet for them. It's been well read by Emma Helbert, Derval Higgins on the last occasion there, but you just feel that Cork are going to keep probing there, keep making those long runs, and potentially something can come off them.
What has really impressed me in that opening 17 minutes is the work rate of Galway, because when they, you know, a sign of a good team is not so much even when they have the ball, it's when they don't have the ball. And if you're looking for work ethic, Galway are ticking all the boxes.
Absolutely, and it's something they'll know that they had to bring today. They'll have seen Cork's performance against Kilkenny and the work rate that Cork brought that day. And, you know, Galway have always had the fantastic hurlers and the fantastic camogie players, but it's the work rate to match that work rate of Cork, and they'll need that for the full 60 plus today.
Puck out coming from Sarah Healy. Going long. Nobody getting a clean touch, picked up by Sarah Spellman. Good block down again. Good work by Cork. Laura deserves the credit from the St. Catherine's Club. From Ballyknoe in East Cork. Down towards Laura Tracy. Has the time to gather. Putting in the challenge is Catherine Finnerty. Nicely picked up by Aisling Thompson. Gets by the first challenge. Looks around to see where she can deliver it long. Oh, nice play. Orla Cronin arriving late, but she judged it perfectly. She knew what she was doing. Lays it off. Gives it into the centre to Fiona Keating, but it comes back off the post. Goalkeeper Sarah Healy had to get there. Gives it to her captain, Sarah Derval. Cork's so unlucky on that occasion. Last touch. Goes to Galway. Line ball goes to Cork. This was an opportunity, wasn't it, Elaine? Yeah, and initially Orla Cronin, I think, with the initial opportunity, maybe caught Amy O'Connor out of the corner, very thought about giving the pass, but then popped it to Fiona Keating, and it looked to be sailing on its way. But as you said, Healy in the Galway goal had to be alert to it. Chloe Sigerson sending it in towards Amy O'Connor. Good work again by Galway. There was a pull across, however, and that's going to be a free for Cork to the left of the posts. Yeah, and again, that lightning pace from Amy O'Connor. Once she turns you know she's going to ask questions, and a pull in from behind there had the advantage, and Liz Dempsey called it back for the free. And Amy O'Connor is such a busy player in there, such speed, and even if she's not getting the scores on the scoreboard, she's creating those chances and earning those frees. Cork haven't scored in 8 minutes, so this will be important psychologically as well. Orla Cronin, another one of the UCC students, already a graduate in psychology, now doing physiotherapy, as she takes her point. Just 1 point between the teams. Yeah, and probably Cork's, you know, a nice, easy enough free for Orla Cronin. Chloe Sigerson had 2, but they were from distance, so a nice free for Orla to start off with. Ball picked up by Aoife Donoghue, heading towards goal, trying to get past centre half back Laura Tracy. Challenge was illegal. That's going to be a free in, dead straight in front of the posts.
Yeah, super take from Aoife Donoghue again. You know, may have started in the middle of the field today as she did in their league semi-final win over Cork, but on that occasion the full forward line, scored 4 points when she moved in there and really turned that game. And you know, if she gets forward, she's well capable of troubling the scoreboard.
Carrie Dolan has been masterful with her frees. 4 out of 4 now. Stretches Galway's lead to 2. Amy Lee from the Napier Club on the north side of Cork City. Ball skips by Aisling Thompson. Hand pass off for as Niamh Kilkenny. Good ball over for Siobhan McGrath. Referee, however, has blown her whistle, and that's going to be a free for Galway. And Liz Dempsey having a quiet word with Aisling Thompson. Toddy Murray must be reasonably pleased considering the slow start. He's just 2 points behind. Going for her 5th point of the match. This is Carrie Dolan. Furthest out by far, but this one just goes to the wrong side of the post.
Yeah, and from a Galway point of view, you know, Laura Tracy and Aisling Thompson lined up just in front of that free there. I'd question maybe if they were back, they required 10 metres from it when it was being struck, but look, it was from distance, and the first one that Carrie has missed today.
It's also Galway's first wide of the game. Here comes Laura Tracy. Back for us, Libby Coffinger. Saoirse McCarthy. Long ball, good hands, Orla Cronin. Ball into the centre. Trouble for Galway here. There's an opportunity. Amy O'Connor turns and shoots and scores. Excellent point, brilliant play by Cork. All created by this player, Orla Cronin. Fabulous catch. But look at Amy O'Connor, I should say.
Yeah, super bit of play there, right from Saoirse McCarthy, wing back. Lovely ball up to Cronin on the wing, caught it really well, saw the run of Laura Hayes and played a lovely ball across. And it broke to Amy O'Connor. Looked potentially to be going for the goal, but when that didn't work, spun and a lovely shot off her right-hand side and over the bar.
Maeve Cahalane is fouled. So that's a free for Cork, just on their own 45-metre line. Daughter of Niall, of course, and sister of Damien and Jack. Great hurling and football and sporting family. The Cahalanes from Castlehaven in West Cork. As the ball drops in, Dervla Higgins just couldn't hold on to it. Higgins is there again. Tenacious corner back, bursting out. Stopped by 3 Cork players. Still, Dervla Higgins tries to protect the ball. Over comes to Aoife Donoghue. Back there helping out her full back line. Bit of a mad scramble. Here comes Niamh Kilkenny. Ball, as you can see, is just outside the D. Referee allows the play to continue. It's scooped away. Trying to gather it up again is Aisling Thompson. She's fouled. Free for Cork. Outside the Galway 45. But again, both teams, their work ethic is superb.
Just tenacious defending from both sides, you know, and it's Aoife O'Donoghue who's popped up time and time again inside her own half-back line there to pick up that breaking ball. But, you know, credit to Cork there, they got the numbers in on them that time and they matched them for intensity, and Aisling Thompson broke really quick and did really well to get that ball into her hand first time, and, you know, the tackle coming in then was always going to earn her the free.
This free going to be taken just outside the 45-metre line. As Orla Cronin is the appointed one to take this. Scored 6 points against Kilkenny. 4 frees and a 45. Called up to the Cork team in 2012 when she was just 16 years of age. Hits it well, but hits it inaccurately. Cork finding it difficult to seek out and find that equaliser.
Yeah, they'll be disappointed with that one. It was an opportunity, and you know the momentum had been with them on that occasion, and it would have been good for them to get the equaliser. They've just, as you said, just failed to do so far.
Still trailing. Ball into the centre. Good work by Aoife Donoghue. Sending it over towards Siobhan McGrath territory. Libby Coppinger with her. McGrath. Back outside for Niamh Kilkenny. That looks to be on its way if it has the accuracy factor, and it does. Niamh Kilkenny with her first point in this All-Ireland final.
Yeah, lovely work inside from Siobhan McGrath. You know, slipped maybe just at the wrong time to get the better of Libby Coppinger, but had the presence of mind to recycle it back out to Kilkenny, and lovely little jink from her before she slotted it over the bar.
Emma Halliburtt drives it into Cork territory. Siobhan McGrath pulled on first time, and looks like it's going to be a line ball. It is. Advantage Galway momentarily. Ailís O'Reilly is feeling a little bit of pain on her elbow, as you can see.
Yeah, again, Galway just after the water break there look like they've come with intent to try and get that ball into the full forward line quick again. The last couple of balls in have been long, fast deliveries in, and as you said, you have Ailís O'Reilly and the two McGraths in there in an acre of space, and you know they're asking questions of that Cork defence, and Libby Coppinger doing really, really well on that occasion.
Niamh Kilkenny going to take this. Sideline cut. Player of the Year in 2019. 2 All-Ireland medals in 2013 and 19. Crash, nobody is pulling back. Good work by Laura Hayes. Sarah Spellman comes in for us Hannah Looney, for us Laura Tracy. Good work by Katrina Cormacan from Capataga. Teeny, as they call her. Cut out by Maeve Callahan. Waiting for it was Pamela Mackey. Now it's Hannah Looney. Using the short grip. Sending it up towards Katrina Mackey. With her is Sarah Dervin. Still Mackey. Looking around to see who's available. Here comes Orla Cronin coming in on the blind side. Trying to get inside the cover. Dervla Higgins stands between herself and the goalpost. Back out for us, Hannah Looney. Fiona Keating is there with her, but again, utter tenacity and determination from Cork. They're really having to work very hard to prise open any sort of a gap in this Galway defence.
Yeah, and Mackey tried to get around Dervin on a couple of occasions, didn't work out. Orla Cronin tried it again when she got the opportunity, but when she didn't make it, a super ball across the square, you know, looked to be a ball to nothing maybe, but Hannah Looney had made that run through the centre and did really well to retain possession. She's such a strong player in possession that once she gets her hand on the ball, the only option is maybe to foul her at source rather than to let her build up momentum, and that's what Galway did on that occasion. As I said, Cork having to work really, really hard for their scores, but they're working well up in the forwards, you know, recycling ball where they need to and drawing the fouls, and they need to just punish Galway on the scoreboard now.
Sarah Healy from Ardrahan is the concern at the moment. All-Star 2020. Won an All-Ireland intermediate title back for Galway back in 2013. Actually remember her playing wing forward at one stage a few years ago against Kilkenny in a semi-final, but now firmly established as a superb cornerback. Orla Cronin going to take this. Just to the left of the post. This time there is no doubt. Beginning to find the range and the accuracy. 1 point again between the teams. Can Cork get an equaliser before the break? Puck out from Sarah Healy, batted down. In comes Katrina Cormacan. With her is Chloe Sigerson. Still Cormacan. Crossfield ball aimed at the two McGraths. Lovely pick up by Siobhan. Libby Coppinger chasing after. Great defending by Libby Coppinger. Orla McGrath gets the loose ball, takes the shot, and that's just outside the post. Cork depending as if their lives really depending on it. And these two McGrath sisters posing serious problems for Cork.
Yeah, Libby Coventry did really, really well there. Oftentimes when Siobhan McGrath would slip inside you like that, you know, the goal is the end result in that. But Libby did really well to get back and dispossess her and avert the danger. And then the wide from Galway, just a let off for Cork at the back.
Here's Ciara O'Sullivan, minor All-Ireland medalist, just 19 years of age. 3 minutes of additional time going to be added on in this first half. But every hook, every block is being warmly congratulated by this man, Cathal Murray. Sideline ball going to be taken by Aoife Donoghue. Liz Dempsey just telling two players in front of Aoife to get back the required distance. Stopped meanwhile by Hannah Looney. Needs a little bit of support. Looks behind her. Aisling Thompson just took her eye off it. It nips Aoife Donoghue. It's a very exciting game of camogie in this All-Ireland final. It's nip and tuck all the way.
Yeah, when you see sideline balls contested as passionately as they were underneath us there a second ago, you know there's something major at stake, and the both teams are fighting valiantly forward. And you know, a superb turnover there from Hannah Looney from the sideline, and as I said, Aisling Thompson just took her eye off it for a second and gave Galway the opportunity to get back possession.
Siobhan Gardner is the Galway number 5. Sideline ball. It's given to Galway. Minute and a half left in this first half. And yet, the sides have never been level. 1 point, 2 points. At one stage it was 5-0, remember, in favour of Galway. Ball bounce around, but Aisling Thompson gathers, sweeps it over. Away goes Dervla Higgins again. In comes Amy O'Connor to challenge. Stopped her in her tracks. Good work by Shauna Healy. Back out fires Orla Cronin. Can Cork get a goal before the break, trying to lay it off? Comes first Katrina Mackey, and Mackey sends it over the bar. For the first time in this All-Ireland Senior Camogie final, the sides are level with about 20-40 seconds to go to the break. Orla Cronin somehow got the slither, lays it off fires Mackey, and she flung it over the bar.
Yeah, what an equalising score. Orla Cronin did really, really well to rob the ball clean out of the Galway player's hands and looked to be heading for the goal, and got that layoff just in time to Mackey, and a superb point for Cork.
20 seconds left in this half. Can Galway go back in the lead? It's Aoife Donoghue from along the sideline in front of the Kilsick stand. Magnificent. Well, her work ethic is superb. I've been praising it since around 4:15 this afternoon, but she richly deserves a score like this.
Yeah, and if the equalising score was a score to remember, what a score from Aoife Donoghue. You know, as I said, we've seen most for her in that first half inside her own half back line, and then she pops up in nearly the right corner forward position to swing over a score like that to push Galway ahead again.
And a huge psychological boost, Elaine, because Cork will know finally we got an equaliser, but they only had equalised about 20 seconds.
Yeah, came straight from the puck out, you know, no chance for Cork to build any momentum from it or to gain any bit of traction from getting that equaliser. It was straight down the field, and as I said, Aoife Donoghue pops up on the end of it, and a superb score from her.
And she's on the deck again. She's really putting her body on the line here, going into challenges and exchanges. She just picked up Clifford there from the hurley, getting a quick rub from the physio. That's Sharon Morris and Cleena Costello, the two physios for Galway, and this ball is just dropping outside the post off the stick of Chloe Sickerson. So a chance to equalise the match for the second time, just failing. The body language, the picture tells the story. Chloe Sickerson will be disappointed she couldn't equalise as the teams go in to the dressing rooms under the Hogan stand here. This is the half-time score. Pulsating match. Cork 8 points, Galway 9. Much to analyse after the break.
A diverse lineup of acclaimed Irish artists collaborate with the RTE Concert Orchestra to create a powerful playlist the songs that impacted them. While Brezzy discovers the reasons why.
You must have known.
I don't think I've ever told anybody this.
Soundtrack to My Life. Saturday at 9:50 on RTE1 and RTE Player.
How do we measure the mark we leave on the world? Is it by what we do? At On Put, we're doing big things with the largest electric fleet in the country. Delivering sustainable e-commerce with zero emissions. As well as small things like turning our hands to beekeeping in the fight for biodiversity. Is it by who we empower? With Green Hub, we're helping people transform their homes for greener living. Or is it by how we give back to our communities? Whether it's check-ins to help everyone stay connected or ensuring those without a home aren't left behind. Living leaves a mark. Together, let's leave one we're proud of. On Post, for your world.
Let's get your mortgage in motion. With KBC, you can get some of the lowest fixed rates. And low rates mean low monthly repayments, which can make all the difference today and tomorrow. Just give us a call, pop into a hub, or chat to your mortgage broker. Let's get your move into a groove. We're ready when you are. KBC, the bank of you.
Get Air Fibre broadband today. Our strongest, most reliable broadband connection, straight to the heart of your home. Sign up today and get totally unlimited broadband for seamless streaming and Amazon Prime Video on us for a whole year. All for just $29.99 a month for the first 12 months. For more, call 1-800 500 300. Go in store or visit air.ie. Air, let's make possible.
Welcome back. It's half-time here at Croke Park, and the score at half-time has Galway leading by 1 point, 9 points to 8. Ursula, Jacob, Galway, the stats would tell us they've been marginally more efficient with their possession, but this game is all to play for. A 1 point game at half-time. We couldn't have asked for more.
Yeah, it's end-to-end stuff. It's a huge physical and tactical battle. There's brilliant matchups all over the pitch. I'm fascinated by the midfield duel. Hannah Lewis and Aoife Donoghue in particular have had a fascinating duel, have had major impact on this game already, and I think that's been crucial in that first half. But there's very, very little between the teams. You know, some of the movement off the ball that you probably can't even see on camera is just brilliant. Galway are trying to create that space, and then Cork are doing their usual running game.
Yeah, let's talk about some of that movement off the ball, because we've been fascinated looking at it. Sometimes the play is up the other end and there's stuff going on down here. Anne-Marie, Galway are creating a whole pile of space in here so that when the ball does come in fast and low, the McGraths are there.
Yeah, and that full forward line, people have spoke about it all week, and if they're on fire, Galway are on fire. The space they're creating inside, look at the huge amount of space. That's from the 65 in, and leaving the space inside for Orla Mack to run onto it, and she's won a good couple of frees inside, which Carrie Dolan has converted. Again, you can see free coming in. Galway have bunched right in front of the goals, leaving huge space out, left and right. Siobhan McGrath, she's getting onto ball. In fairness to the Cork backs, they're on top of them. They're right up, really touch-tight marking. But Galway have got a great return from playing the ball down the sides into Siobhan. Siobhan McGrath has 2 points scored, recycles the ball here, and it's a great finish by Niamh Kilkenny. The inside line, Ailish Riley and Siobhan have scored 3 points each. They've had 11 shots on goal, Galway, and they've scored 9, 5 of them from play and 4 from frees.
And Ursula mentioned the midfield battle there, and like it does look like at first glance that Cork are on top there. They are getting a lot of the scores from out around there.
Absolutely, they started like so well. They turned it into the game, and I think it's really indicative here of this Aisling Thompson point. Aisling has been lording it in the first half midfield. But it just, when you see your outside players getting these long range shots, you're not relying then on your inside full forward line. This came back from Saoirse McCarthy. Look at this from a score from Chloe Sigerson. I name checked her before the match. She's capable of doing this. And I know Katrina Cormacan is meant to be on her, but I kind of find that she's probably stepping off her a little bit too much and giving her too much space. And it's the same here. Katrina Mackey goes to win a ball, goes to ground. But then Aisling Thompson finds Hannah Looney, to me, who's having a superb game, and they team up for another long-range score. And to me, midfield is getting on top with Cork. And it's not allowing the ball then to go inside. So what Galway is doing is really clever inside their full forward line. They're isolating the players, but I don't think they're getting enough ball in there because Cork are getting in top midfield. And I nearly think having Aoife Donoghue outside midfield is great, but you're nearly robbing Peter to pay Paul, because that point that she got in the first half towards the closing stages was superb, but I think they're better off pushing her in to actually trouble Cork a bit more up front. She's been doing a huge amount of work. Her work rate is excellent though. She's getting in the hooks, blocks, little flicks. Like, but she had 2-5 coming into this game from play. To me, that's a player that you want closer.
But I wouldn't be surprised in the second half. Niamh Hannafy features and Aoife Donoghue presses up into the forwards. We saw in the league semi-final when she went into the full forward line, got 4 points from play. So I wouldn't be surprised. It'd be very hard for her to keep that relentless work rate. I think she may tire, so that's where the subs bench will come into effect.
The physicality of Aisling and Hannah Looney, it's really paying dividends for Cork.
It is, because when the ball does go into that full forward line for Galway, Ursula, they don't really, they don't tend to make too many mistakes inside there.
That's it. They're really economical and efficient with the ball that's going in, and Siobhan and Orla McGrath, are just so potent in that attack, and they've got the confidence. They're very comfortable shooting right and left, and if you give them the space, they'll take the chance. Ailish O'Reilly, another player who is a real confidence player for me. She's after starting really well, got a superb point here, and she's threatening every time as well, and she's another player that you can't give the space. Siobhan and Orla McGrath are quite small in stature, but they're very strong over the ball and the possession, and they instinctively know where each other are. And again, another superb point. But Cork are going to have to eliminate the supply that's going into them, because they're threatening every single time, and they'll go for a goal if they get a chance.
You made a good point earlier, Anna, about Hannah Looney, the fact that the footballers for Cork haven't been playing in the last number of weeks. She looks very, very fresh out there.
She does, and I suppose she's carrying the hurt as well of not being in an All-Ireland final with Cork, but I also think the focus is there. There isn't the element of fatigue, because normally she'd be trying to manage both setups at the moment, and you can really see there she's such freshness in her legs. It's really great for Cork Camoige to have her and the likes of Maeve Cahalane and Libby Coventry involved and just solely focusing on the Cork Camoige setup.
OK, well, 30 minutes left to decide the destination of the O'Duffy Cup for this year. We will be back right after this break.
Property expert Maggie Malloy is back, matching house hunters with boxy bungalows, forgotten farmhouses and fixer-uppers.
Everybody just drives past them and thinks there's really no potential in them.
It looks to be fine. I mean, I wouldn't go changing it unless there's a problem.
There are definitely some hidden gems out there, I do like the idea like that and putting your own stamp on it.
Not so sure about this one.
So chic, OK?
Cheap Irish Homes. Thursday at 8:30 on RTE1 and RTE Player.
I'll take you home.
Mary, can we talk about this? I just wanted to help.
Never use an unregistered gas installer. Visit rgii.ie.
Mary.
At On Post Money, we just love those little money moments that feel big. Take Jack. He's filled one of his current account savings jars and the new toy just arrived. That's Barista Jack to you. Or Jane, doing jobs to earn enough for some new wheels with On Post Money Mate. Open an account on the new On Post Money app today and start making the small money changes that lead to big results. Because you deserve more than a bank.
Welcome to Now. Let me show you around. So here, our movie team handpick the latest blockbusters. Entertainment bringing the shows everyone's talking about.
Welcome to the White Lotus.
And here, we've got brilliant sport. You see, at Now, we're on a mission to bring you the best. Isn't that right?
Oh, yeah.
Stream world-class entertainment. Now.
Help your kids get to those little money moments that feel big with On Post Money Mate, a new current account for kids. Try it free for 3 months on the On Post Money app.
Connection, the answer to all life's important questions. Questions like, who's going to clean this up? Look at that little fella go. Connection can keep this cool and that hot. It'll help you keep this alive and that unshoot. Connection will let you play music here, here and here. Discover a world of connected products at a 3 store today for a better connected life.
Welcome back. Well, Galway won their first ever All-Ireland Senior Camogie title here at Croke Park back in 1996. 25 years on, the heroines of that day were honoured here at half-time to mark their jubilee. It was, of course, Cork that they beat in that final, and it was a scoreline of 4-8 to 1-16. I wonder, will that have any omens for today? Sarah Dervin did say during the week she was at that final. Her club member Imelda Hobbins was the captain that day. Anna Geary, you were there too.
Yes, it was always a big day out. We'd go up, so I'm really hoping it's not and going to be a repeat of that day. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't count.
Anna, before we go back for the second half, you wanted to make a point about the Cork frees.
Yeah, just one small thing. They put 4 balls wide from frees, and normally they're really unerring from placed balls. And when it's going to come down to a really tight game, like it's 1 point at the moment, they could count. So it'll be irrelevant. They have Katrina Mackey, they have Orla Crun, and they have Chloe Sigerson. So it's really about now just whoever it is composing themselves, taking that extra. Because in fairness to Carrie Dolan, considering that she hasn't been playing for quite a few championship matches, she has come in and all bar one, she's converted. And I really think the free takers, it's going to be crucial. Yeah, and Anne-Marie, you know, we have to remember that Carrie hasn't played championship. She's come out there today, Absolutely.
you know, as if she's fresh off the bench.
Definitely, and even taking the frees, like the amount of practice that goes in behind closed doors at that, like she hasn't played a game since Westmeath, has had a serious injury. I know she's down on the pitch taking frees the whole time, and you'd see it today. And it's such an important, that person and that role is so important, because the difference and the margins have been so slim. So today, if it's slim, you know, you'll want your free takers firing. And often as well, sorry, I was just going to say that if your free taker is starting to miss balls, that can sometimes have an impact in their general play, because their confidence can be down. Whereas, like, reverse it, their confidence is up from putting them over the bar from awkward angles. Especially if Savage Work Rate has won that free. Like, you can hear the roar from the crowd. If there's a hook or a block here today, you know, it's driving that team on.
More than the 1 point, really. Like, so, and we could see in the last couple of finals, Denise Gall, you know, a match winner, Orla Cotter in the last couple of years. So free takers, you know, whether we like it or not, they're crucial to a team winning.
Who do you think is the happier manager at half-time, Anna? I mean, it's only a 1 point game.
Yeah, it is a 1 point game. I actually think Paddy will be quite frustrated with them missing those frees, because some of them would have been easily convertible. I think both teams will feel at times that they had chances that they didn't convert. And I mean, when there's only a point in it, like neither of these teams would feel, oh, if I can only get to half time and conceal them. I suppose Cork would probably be really happy that they haven't conceded a goal, because that, you know, I mean, that's a really potent threat that Galway have up front, and considering that they were that tactic of isolating inside, but it hasn't really worked.
Cork has been equally as threatening, like Amy O'Connor on a couple of balls down there. Dervla Higgins got in a really important.
Sarah Healy?
Sarah Healy did a great save. Shauna Healy, cornerback, a couple of really important flicks that were just near misses. Galway are leaving Cork waiting on the field a couple of minutes. I don't know if that's a tactic or whether they're just delayed in the dressing room, Ursula, but as the two neutrals here today, I think we'd like to see a goal, wouldn't we?
Yes, I think a goal could really prove crucial, because I think at the end there's probably only going to be a point or two in the difference, and a goal in the third quarter could seal the deal for one of the teams. But it's a game of inches, and every little mistake, every little point that happens, it could make the difference.
Okay, well, Galway are finally back on the team. The DJ here today is having an absolute ball, and the fans are as well. So look, let's go back upstairs to Elaine Aylward and Marty Morrissey for the second half of this match.
Thank you very much, Yvonne. Elaine and myself were bopping away here, having our own dance, and thoroughly enjoying the music in Croke Park. But now we've got to focus on this, the All-Ireland Senior Camogie final, second half. Just 1 point between the teams. They were level just the one occasion, which lasted all of about 20 seconds before Aoife Donoghue got that spectacular, wonderful point from in front of the Cusack. Liz Dempsey from Kilkenny is the referee in charge. Half an hour to decide where the O'Duffy Cup will reside. Will it go west? Will it go south? Or will we all be back here next weekend for a replay? So, change in the Galway side. You can see Niamh Hannafy is in, and the player that's gone off looks to be Catherine Finnerty. So Niamh Hannafy is back on the starting squad there, starting 15, as we go to the action. Katrina Cormacan had a good first half, delivering the ball into the space. Good work by Saoirse McCarthy, but Galway back in the attack, laying it off quickly over towards Ailish O'Reilly. Despite being outnumbered, manages to get it for Siobhan McGrath, trying to get in along the end line, back into the centre. Good hands, great hands in fact, as Kilkenny Niamh Kilkenny, that is. Finds herself under a lot of pressure, still there. Trying to make an angle, pulls the brakes, turns, and that is a beauty. Boy, did she have to work hard for that. Really showed tremendous composure, balance, skill, stick work, and ability to take your point.
Yeah, score all from her own making, really. You know, when she got that ball, she had a lot to do, dispossessed on a couple of occasions and won it back again. And she's operating now at centre forward with Niamh Hannafy having partnered up with Aoife Donoghue in the middle of the field. So, you know, another threat up front for Galway.
Emma Halliburtt trying to scoop it up. Niamh Hannafy is in there. Katrina Cormacan, but it's Cork that have the possession. Not for very long as Hannah Looney had to goal was stopped. Galway flipping the ball up to their full forward line. Good work by Orla McGrath. Gathers the possession. And that's a sweet ball over towards sister Siobhan. Had the vision, knew that her sister was going in the opposite corner. Great block down. Out comes the goalkeeper, Amy Lee. Hand passes into the centre towards Laura Tracy. Sending it down towards her colleague in the half back line, that's Saoirse McCarthy. Skips past Orla Cronin on this occasion, picked up by Teenie Cormacan. In far as Aoife Donoghue. Carrie Dolan almost had it, but scooped up by Saoirse McCarthy, in turn blocked by Aoife Donoghue. Stalemate on the 45-metre line, and the referee rightly blows a whistle. It's going to be a throw ball.
Yeah, super play from Saoirse McCarthy there again. Cork wing back had a great game last weekend, and Laura Hayes with a super hook there on McGrath. That was great defending from herself, and Libby Coppinger back there in the Cork full back line, who have been under pressure at times today, and Niamh Kilkenny is now running those probing runs in there as well, so have to be alert to the danger.
Plenty of evidence of the vital components of the game of Camogie. Hooking, blocking, there for all to see. Nicely picked up by Aisling Thompson. Sideline ball. I'm enjoying Cathal Murray, the Galway manager, because he's pucking every ball. He's leaping into the air as if he's playing himself.
Yeah, if anyone has a GPS on call, I'm sure he's going to clock up the kilometres up and down that little sideline today, inside that little box that he's supposed to stay in.
Ball into the centre from Chloe Sigerson. Tremendous Galway. However, there was an infringement by Aoife Donoghue, and it's going to be a free for Cork. Meanwhile, Paddy Murray is coolness personified, animated every now and then as I speak, trying to guide his players from the sideline, as Chloe Sigerson is going to take this free. It's a long way out. It's dropping in under the crossbar, batted away rather than take the risk of trying to grab it into the hand. Pressure still on Galway. This is Fiona Keating, and Sarah Healy knew what she was doing, easily gathered, sends it down, but Laura Tracy comes forward, but getting a touch is Sarah Spellman. Knocked away on this occasion, ball bouncing all over the place. Niamh Kilkenny is the number 9. Laura Hayes is 7 for Cork. 11 is Sarah Spellman. Aoife Donoghue trying to skip away. Stopped on this occasion. Good work by Pamela Mackey. And that's going to be a free, Hannah Looney it is, for Cork instead.
Yeah, as I said, so strong in possession and did really well to get on the end of that attack there. And, you know, when she's in possession, she's so hard to dispossess and drives forward time and time again, and, you know, has popped up both in defence and attack for Cork today. A huge player for them.
Amy Lee with the free, putting it into the space for Amy O'Connor to run on to. Good work by Shauna Healy. Backfires Emma Halliburtt. Silent ball.
Yeah, super free from Amy Lee there up into Amy O'Connor, and, you know, Healy did really, really well to get out, and an attempted block there from Amy O'Connor, and it did go out over the sideline, so chance again now for Galway.
Change in the Cork team coming. Linda Collins is coming on, Cork captain for Ciara O'Sullivan. And a move that was anticipated a long way out. scored the winning point in the All-Ireland semi-final. Ciara Sullivan's only 19, a star for the future, no doubt. Emma Halibert, firmly established since making her debut against Tipperary back in 2016. Aisling Thompson. Good clearance down towards Orla Cronin. Linda Collins. Ball back into the middle. Scooping it away, however, was Niamh Hannafy, just getting a touch enough to disrupt the play. Aoife Donoghue just left it behind her. Picked up instead by Linda Collins. Into the centre towards Hannah Looney. Manages to do a turn and send it down into the space. Nicely scooped up by Amy O'Connor. Takes 3 to stop her. Good work by Fiona Keating. Skipping away from the challenge. Knew she was going to be hooked. Give it instead far as Amy O'Connor gets around the corner past Shauna Healy. Good work by the Galway defence. Sarah Dervin clears her line. Over towards Aoife Donoghue. Goes long. 2 against 2 up front. But one of them happens to be Siobhan McGrath. No foul, says the referee. Galway protesting along the sideline. Picked up by Saoirse McCarthy. Hand passed away. Stopped, however, by Ailís O'Reilly. Scooping the ball inside. Good work by Niamh Kilkenny. Bearing down on goal. Pulls the brakes. 2 Cork players around her. Great pressure by Cork on this occasion, and full marks to Saoirse McCarthy, who, along with Fiona Keating and Linda Collins, from a great school down in Kinsale Community School, all graduates of a wonderful educational institution that I've visited myself in the past. Comes back out for Siobhan Gardner, down towards Carrie Dolan. Has the time to look around and give it plenty of space. Dropping from the skies, attacking it right from the front. Good work indeed by Libby Coppinger from St. Columns, around the Kilkill area in West Cork. So many West Cork players represented on this Camogie team. Down into the space again. Nicely picked up. Second time round is Katrina Mackey. Scooping a ball into the centre. Goalkeeper Sarah Healy comes off her line. Has to gather it first time cleanly. There's a half block by Amy O'Connor. In comes Shauna Healy. It's Amy again, and that whizzes by the post and wide. Danger with a capital D from a Galway perspective, because Cork almost had an opportunity here.
Yeah, sigh of relief from the Galway crowd here. A ball into nothing really, and Healy did really well to come off the line, but what a block by Amy O'Connor, and did really well then to get in and get it up into her hand again with an open goal, and her shot just up and drifted to the left and wide, but it really was an opportunity for Cork.
Sideline ball, despite the best efforts of Katrina Cormacan. I should say Laura Hayes. As that is going to be a sideline ball for Galway.
The play there just swung from end to end again. Came straight from Libby Coppinger's bravery out in front of McGrath inside in the Cork full back line, and all the way down to the Cork opportunity at their end.
Fine sideline cut by Aoife Donoghue in towards Siobhan McGrath. Back there is Pamela Mackey. Uses her goalkeeper. Afraid that her Amy Lee was going to be hooked or blocked. Just scoops it out as far as her centre half back Laura Tracy. Good work by Aisling Thompson. But even when Cork get the ball, Galway forwards are working hard to put the pressure on, not give them a clear run. Ball comes in towards Amy O'Connor, and a vital little touch. And the ball is signalled wide, but it was an opportunity, and good work by Shauna Healy, putting the pressure on Amy O'Connor.
Yeah, and what a jewel that's turning into inside there today. You know, Amy O'Connor's pace, but Healy following her every step of the way, and did really well to get down there. Looked to me like it could have had a flick off the hurl from Shauna Healy, and we could possibly have had a 45, but no protest from the Cork player.
Puck out is down towards the Cork half of the field, pulled on first time. Sarah Dervin battling with Katrina Mackey. This is Mackey. 3 Galway players converging her. Good block down. Idea was good. Execution not so good. Off the stick of Niamh Hannafy.
But the energy of Aoife Donoghue there, you know, was involved in that tackle, involved in the turnover, and was gone again for the return pass, and the pass just didn't quite go to hand, but she'd making those tackles, and then she was gone down the line again to set Galway on the attack.
Chloe Sigerson with the sideline cut. Linda Collins. Nice idea, well executed this time towards Amy O'Connor. Stopped as she was going forward. She continues on, but you could see the frustration developing in Amy. The referee blew her whistle here as Shauna Healy was fouling her, pulling her to the ground.
Well, what a contribution from Linda Collins again. A lovely little ball in over the top and spotted the run of Mackie, and Mackie was working off Amy O'Connor's shoulder there. If Amy O'Connor had got around Shauna Healy there, the overlap was on and it looked an almost nailed on goal for Cork. So Shauna Healy took the yellow card, and I think took one for the team on that occasion.
Cork yet to score in this second half. Scored in the 32nd minute, which equalised the match for the first time. So this is a crucial opportunity for Orla Cronin. Just to the left of the posts. She's already scored twice. This to make it a one-point game again. Steady she goes. Accurate as always.
And it's probably just reward for the efforts Cork have made up front there. You know, Shauna Healy and Amy O'Connor, as I said, have been having a huge battle there, and Amy O'Connor just coming out on the right side of it on that occasion. Shauna Healy now on the yellow card, so you'd imagine Cork are going to pump ball down in there and try and exploit her as best they can.
The puck out is a good one from Sarah Healy, down for Sarah Spellman. Ball breaks inside, it's Carrie Dolan, bearing down in goal. Facing the Cork defence, brilliant defending by Cork. Inspirational by the Leesiders. First real goal opportunity for Galway. The pass goes astray. Back there is Niamh Kilkenny, gives it short. Instead, Farah's Orla McGrath loses the possession. Comes back out Farah's Aisling Thompson. Ball 50-50 down the middle. Gathered by Linda Collins. On the turn, is it sneaky inside the post? No, it's not. The drama continues in Croke Park.
What a momentum swing that could have been, you know. And look who's back there on their own 21-yard line to get that block in is Hannah Looney. What a super warrior for Cork. And Cork deals so well with it then, work it out so competent. Collins just couldn't quite make a count on the scoreboard at the other end.
Fabulous block. In either real time or slow motion, it still looks spectacular.
Yeah, and all the temptation is there. You know, she's heading for goal. The temptation is always there to just pull her down maybe and take the penalty, but Hannah Looney was patient and waited till she threw it up and got a super block in it and blocked out the danger, and Cork built from there.
Niamh Kilkenny, Laura Tracy, 9 and 6 respectively for their counties. 8 is Niamh Hannafy for Galway, 9 is Aisling Thompson for Cork. Carrie Dolan is fouled. Sure, she's going to take it herself. Free for Galway, just inside the Cork 45-metre line. Four points she scored in the first half, Carrie Dolan. This to re-establish the Westerners' lead of 2 points. Under 16 All-Ireland medalist 2015, minor 2017. Hits this sweetly and over the black spot. It's back to 2 points.
And Galway just doing enough to put it back to 2 points again. You know, you feel Cork worked so hard to get it back to that point and get it back level, and Galway have been able to punish them time and time again then to push their lead ahead.
Here's Orla Cronin getting away from Katrina Cormacan. Still Orla Cronin, she's taken down. And that is a free in for Cork. And I think the referee might want to have a word with the Galway defender, Siobhan Gardner, as Cronin was bearing down.
I think Cronin may even have caught that ball on 3 occasions on the way in there, and that may have been missed by Liz Dempsey at the pace that the game was going at, but certainly taken out of it then when she did get in there, and a yellow card now to the Galway player.
Yellow card for Siobhan Gardner. Free in again, which Orla Cronin, having suffered the pain of being brought down, will now have the opportunity to have the joy of scoring this point and making it, surprise, surprise, a one-point game.
Yeah, and you feel the puck out then, and the next score is crucial. You know, as I said, Cork have struggled to get it back on equal terms and to push ahead on any occasion, and each time they've gotten a score, Galway have been able to go down and get one at the other end, so a huge puck out coming up now.
It's Orla Cronin's 4th point of the match. Cork fans rejoice. Puck out going to be taken in a moment because we have the first water break, second water break I should say, of this second half, and certainly an epic encounter here. And I know it's early days, Elaine, but this has all the ingredients of a drawn game.
Oh, look, you just feel that, you know, if there's a goal in this game, it's going to be a massive score, and if they've gone tit for tat up and down the field. And as I said, every time Cork managed to claw it back to go level or to be within a point to Galway, Galway managed to go down and get a score on the scoreboard at the other end. But look, some valiant defending at both sides, and you know, you feel that if a goal is going to come, it's going to be hard earned. Both sets of defence really on top, and you know, both sets of forwards with potential exploiters, goal getters, explosive forwards in there, and just choose the hard defending that's going on in there at the minute. The opportunity hasn't quite come, but you feel that if a goal does come, there'll be a huge score in this game.
Can either team develop a tactic or a strategy to change this? Is there any way of doing it? Because it's so tight.
It's so tight all over the field and so hotly contested. You know, we spoke about midfield beforehand, and you know, the battle has been won there, but maybe not in the middle of the field. It was Hannah Looney at this end with the block. Aoife Dunn, who did some valiant defending in the first half back in her own half back line. You know, Galway have obviously pushed Niamh Kilkenny up to centre forward now since half-time with the introduction of Niamh Hanafy, with the hope that maybe she'll create something up there. But look, credit to the Cork defence. They've stood out today. They've been tested time and time again, but they haven't leaked a goal yet.
Here we go, the last quarter. 14 minutes or thereabouts to decide who will be crowned All-Ireland champions. Fiona Keating laying it off far as Laura Hayes. Opportunity for Orla Cronin, and it's swinging across and over the bar. Brilliant point, Orla Cronin. I thought with the way the umpire was running towards the corner flag rather than the point flag, that it was going wide, but it seemed to curl at the last moment.
I think even the umpire got caught up in the excitement of all that and the potential of the mean level again. So super score from Cork, really well worked from the back and finished by Cronin.
Level for the second time only. It's a thrilling All-Ireland final. Picked up here by Saoirse McCarthy. 2-3 Galway players around her. One of them is Niamh Hickey, blocked again. Hannah Looney, listen to the crowd in Croke Park. Really get involved. Tearing out is Laura Tracy from Killa. And she's there again, powerful. Orla Cronin sending it into the centre. For once, Cork are unmarked, but the ball sails to the wrong side of the post and wide for Cork's 8th. Wide of the match off the stick of Laura Hayes.
Probably just a little bit of inexperience there. Maybe something better inside. It would have been better to play that ball in, but again, it all came from the defending of Hannah Looney and back right at corner back position.
Maeve Cahalane giving it to Fiona Keating. Linda Collins with Dervla Higgins. Shoulder to shoulder and hip to hip. Still Linda Collins, the captain, giving the ball inside. Here's Mackey! Brilliant! One chance, one opportunity, one cracking shot, one brilliant goal.
And one fantastic leader and captain in Cork. That ball came all from Collins again. You know, huge battle over on the wing, won it well and had the composure then to lay that hand pass in over the reach of Dervin and into Mackey, and you know, Mackey doesn't make a mistake from there.
Fabulous goal by Katrina Mackey. Scored a goal and 7 points against Dublin. This is only her second goal of the championship, but it could well win the All-Ireland. Is it enough for Cork? They now lead by 3 points for the first time. Now it's the character of Galway. Can they respond? Ball down to her Siobhan McGrath. Ball comes out for us, Ailish O'Reilly. bearing down on goal. Still the referee blows her whistle. Advantage was being given. There was a pull across and there's a chance here for Galway. Oh, that was pulsating.
And again, end-to-end stuff, you know, and credit to Libby Coffinger there. She's having a massive game inside for Cork, you know, brave enough to come out in front every time. Ailish O'Reilly then in the break and took on Maeve Cahalane and earned the free, and Galway still probing. Galway maybe feel that there's an equalising goal in it for them, and it's all to play for coming down the home straight.
Referee Liz Dempsey emphasising to Maeve Cahalane that she pulled across, and as a result of that she's going to be shown, I'm pretty sure, a yellow card here. Meanwhile, Rebecca Hennelly, I can see, is warming up along the sideline for Galway from Ardrahan, All-Star in 2016. Her presence may well be required momentarily. Meanwhile, Carrie Dolan will be striving to score her 6th point of the match. Hits that firmly and over the bar. It's the story of the game. 2 points between the teams again.
Yeah, and again, a perfect Galway response to that Cork goal. You know, they may not have got a major up there, but they did enough to earn a free, get the point on the board and chip away at that Cork lead now, and another huge puck out coming out here.
Rebecca Hennelly, as I mentioned, is on. Player that's going off is Carrie Dolan, who's a prolific free taker, but certainly I think now Galway will need all hands on deck and try and get an equaliser. They're well capable of doing this, and perhaps even a winner. It's Aoife Donoghue. Down in front of the Hogan stand. Cork chase, Cork pursue, Cork stopped. Referee blows the whistle, feels there was some pushing going on, and there's another opportunity for Galway. Only this time Carrie Dolan is not there to take the free. It would look like it's Ailish O'Reilly that's going to take the responsibility.
It has been taking them in Carrie's absence for the last couple of championship games, but again, not an easy one maybe for her to start with, not huge distance, but it is out on the sideline and a pressure time of the game for Galway.
Vital free. A few metres in from the sideline, it looks like it's on its way. It stays on the journey, and the umpires agree with the verdict that that's over the bar. There is just 1 point between the teams.
Yeah, an excellent point from Ailish O'Reilly. Superb experience and composure to slot that one over and put Galway right back in the hunt.
Possession now vital. Katrina Cormack trying to hand pass it back towards Sarah Dervin. Fiona Keating gets a touch. 1 Galway player, 3 Cork players around her, and it's Sarah Spellman that wins her county a free. 7.5 minutes, to be more precise, left in the match, and perhaps a little bit more, not much more, for injuries. Emma Halliburtt going to take this. Into the space again, coming across to Siobhan McGrath. First touch, second touch is all that's required. With her is Libby Coppinger, gives it first Niamh Kilkenny. Thought about dropping it in, but there's nobody in there. Out comes Orla McGrath, getting a touch to it is Pamela Mackey. Laura Hayes just left it behind her. Niamh Kilkenny trying to work the ball in. Plenty of Cork players there. One of them happens to be Hannah Looney. Down into the Galway half of the field, batted down. 3 Galway players there. One of them happens to be Aoife Donoghue. Trying to gather it, gives it instead. Gathering it is Katrina Cormack. Good hands. Hennelly sending it along the surface. Stopped on this occasion by Hannah Looney. Powerful as always. Looking around for the support. Gives it first Maeve Cahalane. Sends it over first Saoirse McCarthy. Using the hand pass as Cork trying to retain possession. Stepping away from the challenge is Laura Tracy. Has the time and composure to look around to see who's available. There's a race for possession. That looks like it's going to be a Cork ball. Going off the stick or the leg of Shauna Healy. And it gives Cork a little bit of breathing space.
Yeah, lovely relieving clearance there from Laura Tracy, who saw the run of Amy O'Connor, stumbled a little bit maybe with Healy for company and ball out off the line, but a chance now for Chloe Sigerson, and you know, she is capable of cutting these over, has cut a couple of wide during the championship to date, and what a time to get a 2-pointer.
That dribbles along the ground. Galway are there, great work by Siobhan Gardner coming away with it, didn't foul. Good work. Now the dentist based in Limerick City from Ardrahan in Galway, gathered by Aisling Thompson, sent back, almost gathered by Orla Cronin, but Galway somehow managed to scramble it free. It's heart-stopping stuff. It's 6 minutes left in the match. Ball out from Aoife Donoghue, still slither on the ground. Aoife trying to gather it, has it in hand, loses out. On this occasion, away comes Eilish O'Reilly, gets by the initial challenge, and here comes Niamh Kilkenny, straight through the middle, making an angle so she can shoot and score, but that's gone to the right and wide. It's Galway's third, only third wide of the game.
And look who was behind her for company. It was Linda Collins, had tracked the whole way from her own full forward line to put the pressure on Kilkenny there to get the shot away, and superb leader and a superb captain for Cork, and did everything she could there to just put off Niamh Kilkenny.
Carl Murray doing the hurley boy as well, making sure every player has a hurley as the ball is pucked out. Comes down Farah's left half back, Katrina Cormacan, gathers it second time round. Tried to give a pass, gives it instead because Sarah Dervin was calling for it. It's 2 against 2 up towards Siobhan McGrath. There's an opportunity here. Coming through the middle is Eilish O'Reilly. Bearing down a goal to McGrath. Chance! Back of the net! What a response by Galway. What a goal. Brilliantly created. Superbly finished. And Galway rejoice. Back in Galway, but in Croke Park as well. Comes first Siobhan McGrath, and the finish was simply sublime.
And it's that duo up front, Eilish O'Reilly and Siobhan McGrath. You know, we've spoken time and time again, potential match winners for Galway up there, and you know, got the one opportunity, were patient inside there all day today, and when the chance came, got the overlap and a superb goal.
2 points between the teams, and now the pressure is back on Cork. Here comes Katrina Mackey, the goal scorer, bearing down in goal. Is this a response from the Leesiders? It is gone to the right and wide. This is not good for your heart. Very enjoyable.
Superb game, you know, it's end-to-end stuff, and what a goal. And you know, you felt it was coming for Galway. Maybe they had been causing trouble in that Cork full back line, and since Cork got the goal, it really has been all Galway. They are the ones who have pushed on, and you know, they were threatening time and time again. They'd come up against Hannah Looney there, but on that occasion, the quick ball in and the lovely little pass over them between O'Reilly and McGrath, and what a finish.
Aoife Donoghue just having what I would appear to be just breathing difficulties at the moment, so they want to make sure she's all right. Physio has now gone to check on Katrina Cormacan, who's a doctor herself actually in Oran Moore, dual star for many years with Galway from 2005 to 2018. For Carl Murray, this has been some match, and I think he's lost a few stone in the process.
And it's bodies down all over the field, you know. It has been end-to-end stuff. It has been pulsating. Every tackle, every ball has been fought for so hard, and you know, you just feel that maybe if the subs on the bench now, that now's the time to run them with fresh legs. And you know, we've spoken about Galway's bench. They've introduced one sub already, but you just feel that maybe a bit of fresh legs here might see them out.
Tuck out is coming from Sarah Healy, long tuck champion at under 16 level for many years, and she's going to go for distance. 2.5 minutes or thereabouts left for Cork to get 2 points, and it's Orla Cronin giving it for Aisling Thompson. Saoirse McCarthy makes herself available and steps away into Galway territory, past the 65, hand passes in the middle. Orla Cronin again over the side. It's Linda Collins trying to get it back into the centre. It's Orla Cronin driving it straight over the crossbar. What a move by Cork. Brilliant play by the Leesiders. 1 point between the teams.
Started by Orla Cronin outside initially, and then she got on the end of it again, but a superb little swap of the hands for the hand pass in from Linda Collins again, and a super score. And again, bodies down all over the field here now as we come into the final minutes.
Cork introducing a substitute. Cliona Healy is coming on for the centre half forward. That's Fiona Keating. As Cork make changes, Cliona from Ahabullogue, played championship before. There's another substitute coming on. This is a Galway substitution that's about to happen, I'm pretty sure, as Carl Murray gives the final words of advice. That's Anne-Marie Starr from Clymer that's waiting to be introduced. 1 point between the teams. Time will be added on here for that injury and for the delay. 2 players down at the same time. Can Cork equalise? Can Galway hold on? Katrina Cormacan is the player that's making way. Anne-Marie Starr is on.
Yeah, Teenie Cormacan just suffering a little bit with a calf injury, I think, there, and had got a bit of attention beforehand and called the physio that time, and I think it was a call for a substitute straight away. So, as I said, fresh legs in off the Galway bench now, if that can help them to hold out.
Tuck out and possession is absolutely crucial. Picked up by Eilish O'Reilly, sending it goalward bounds, but that is well wide. Cork now have to win the possession from their own puck out. Comes down towards Orla Cronin, trying to pick it up. Second time, she does. Staying with her, glued to her. Siobhan Gardner gets the ball into the space. Just not kept in, however. Sideline ball goes to Galway.
Yeah, Orla Cronin has really come to life for Cork there since half-time and has been really busy out in that Cork half-forward line, causing lots of trouble, you know, got on the end of that last score, but is a real play creator.
Galway introduce another substitute. That's Noreen Cohen from Athenry, and Sarah Spellman is the player that's going to make way. We've passed the 60th minute. 3 minutes just been put up along the sideline underneath us. 3 minutes to hold on or to level. Aoife Donoghue with the sideline cut deep into Cork space. But the Leesiders should have the situation under control. It's Maeve Cahalane giving it to her fullback, Libby Coppinger. Can Cork work the ball up? Pamela Mackey giving it over for Saoirse McCarthy under pressure. Ball bobbles all over the place. Good pressure by Galway. Here comes Niamh Kilkenny, spraying it over towards the full forward Orla McGrath, dead straight in front of the post. She sends it high and she sends it between the posts. Is that enough? Surely it is for Galway. 2 points advantage.
The Cork backs just caught ball watching there on that occasion. The quick puck out had come and they'd all drifted across to try and work it up the field for that equalising score, and McGrath just left herself in that space, and when the ball broke then she was there to the bar.
Maeve Cahalane coming across to help Pamela Mackey. Galway put the pressure on in the Galway half of the field, in the Cork half of the field. Here comes Katrina Mackey, head down and away she goes. Past the 45, passing it into the centre, waiting for this Linda Collins, but Galway converging her in numbers. Not 1, not 2, but 3. Emma Hellebert can't hold on to the ball. She's down, she's going to give it, and the referee has blown her whistle. And could that be a throw ball, or is it going to be a throw ball by the referee? She hasn't quite indicated yet. She's explaining to Emma Hellebert, and this is going to be a throw ball by the referee. 62 minutes, 46 seconds. Scooped up. Farrell's Laura Hayes. Aisling Thompson. It's a goal or nothing at all at this stage. Slipping one through Farrell's Laura Tracy. Ball bobbles all over the place, but Galway win the possession back and comes tearing out of their own half of the field. Brilliant play by Niamh Kilkenny just when you need it. Leadership. No better person than Niamh, but she's running into a spot of bother. Gives it to Siobhan McGrath. Look where she is. Deep inside her own half of the field. Laying it off. Wide is as good as the score as the older adage, but that is more than enough. That is simply a brilliant point by Orla McGrath. Fabulous, fabulous play by Galway.
How important are those 2 points now for Orla McGrath and for Galway, and that's it, the score that put the final nail in the Cork coffin. Superb score from them, and you know, it was Cork were on the attack there, but it was Galway broke it up the field, and the right player in the right place at the time was Orla McGrath.
Galway are the All-Ireland champions 2021. They earned it. Their skill, their teamwork, their work ethic, simple qualities but vital qualities. Whether it's a club championship, an underage game, or an All-Ireland Camoige senior title, you have to have those ingredients, and Galway had it in abundance. So too at Cork. But I have to say that Galway, when they conceded the goal, you'd expect them to respond. A good team would, and they responded.
Yeah, Galway have been here before, and they've been here as champions. They've suffered heartbreak, as I said, in last year's All-Ireland final. They know what it takes to win. They spoke all week about the work rate that they'd have to march from Cork, and they did it in abundance today, you know, from that first minute right to the end. And, you know, like true champions, when Cork got that goal, Galway responded in spades, got it back, chipped away at it, and then when they got that one chance inside, those two lethal full forwards inside, Ailish O'Reilly to McGrath, and a super, you know, and that ultimately just finished off the Cork resilience.
They were level on 2 occasions in Croke Park. There was usually only a point, 2 points, 3 points maximum. 5 points at the beginning before Cork got motoring, but after that there was little between the sides. But when you consider the sheer endeavour by Cork to keep at it and chasing, and Galway responding like true champions. All-Ireland champions 2019 have defeated the All-Ireland champions 2018. And remember, Galway lost last year's All-Ireland final to Kilkenny, but they've responded magnificently. Galway All-Ireland champions on a full-time score. Galway 115, Cork 1-12.
Well, what a game that was. A 3-point win for Galway in 2021, having lost last year's final by 3 points to Kilkenny. Anne-Marie Hayes, have you calmed down yet?
I need to catch my breath here. 25th anniversary. We have not bet Cork since 1996. What a way to win today, lads. I nearly jumped out over the podium, for God's sake.
Honestly, I thought she was nearly going to feature in the game in the last 5 minutes. I either have a headache from Anne-Marie and her celebrations, but what an unbelievable way for Galway to win it. They showed serious character. There was probably question marks about Galway and their character coming into this game, but by God, they just performed when they needed most. Leaders like Ailish O'Reilly, the McGrath sisters, and what a goal to finish with. Galway and how they finished that game was incredible, and I'm thrilled for them.
And it was a hard-fought win as well, Anna. I mean, commiserations to Cork, but that was a really tricky game to get over for Galway.
Sure, it was the 58th minute. We were still going, who's going to win? Yeah. Because you didn't know, and it was nip and tuck. When the goals came, there was a response at the points, there was hooks, there was blocks. To me, like, the score is obviously on the board are important, but what I saw is the heart, the passion. There was people tracking back 30, 40 yards, dispossessing. All that stuff massively counts. Aoife Donoghue there, when she won that ball and crossed it in, like, they put their bodies on the line. I'm absolutely gutted for Cork because they gave it everything. But when you see Galway here, and you know, as Anne-Marie said, history sometimes like that, it has a way of fucking empowering you like nothing else can. And I mean, really, they, you know, as much as I hate to say it, they were excellent, Galway, and you know, deserving champions.
The other thing that was massive today, Ursula, and I noticed it even in the second half there, we had no crowd at last year's All-Ireland final, and the noise here today.
The atmosphere was unbelievable, alongside Anne-Marie's shouting at the end.
And Anna, she was
but being a neutral, it was absolutely brilliant to witness that spectacle. We talk about Camoige on the biggest stage. We got an unbelievable game of the best players in Ireland. Cork left everything out in the field as well. You have to give huge credit to them. You know, it's going to be a really hard defeat for Cork to take, but my God, Galway responded so well to Katrina Mackey's goal, and I think they did deserve it.
The Galway full forward line that we spoke about, Orla McGrath, two absolute crackers of scorers right at the deck. When you'd be expecting Cork, like they did against Kilkenny, to come back up that field, and the way they picked each other out, their work rate, their intensity, just when Cork sniffed, they thought they were going to get in there and get a final goal, final point. That full forward line were so dangerous today. Ailish O'Reilly, the pass for Siobhan McGrath, and in fairness, the Cork backs were so tight in them. But even Ailish O'Reilly's pointed free when Carrie Dolan went off. Unbelievable.
Okay, let's hear from player of the match, because Valerie Wheeler is down now with Aoife Donoghue.
Aoife, you're making a habit of this, standing in front of me after games. Congratulations, you're All-Ireland champions.
Thanks, Val. We're absolutely delighted. I'm just so happy for this group of players and the management team, because I think, you know, this team has got a lot of criticism for not performing on the big days, but by God, did we show up today.
It was a tough performance. I mean, how's the body? It was a physical battle outside.
Oh, it was an absolute battle. Like, it could have went anyway. We're absolutely out on our feet, and look, we expected no less from Cork today. I think everyone had them tips coming into today's final, and look, I'm just so delighted for this group of players and this management team, especially after last year.
Congratulations, the match. You can go and buy the celebrations to your team.
So the moment has arrived when The O'Duffy Cup will be presented to the Galway captain, Sarah Dervan. A historic moment for the Westerners, for the team from Connacht. By God, their character was tested today. And my word, didn't they respond. Galway All-Ireland champions 1996, 2013, 2019 and 2021. 4 times All-Ireland champions. The proud county of Galway. The Galway captain, Sarah Dervan. She did it in 2019. She led her county. She led him again today.
Is or is on dancer a Carno Guffey a Glocker son Win a Galway. On behalf of the players and I would like to thank the Camoige Association for all their hard work, especially over the last year and a half, and for getting not alone the final but the semi-final in Croke Park. It was huge for all players involved. And we'd also like to thank Croke Park for facilitating that this year as well. We'd like to thank the referee Les Didsey and all the officials for officiating the game in such an enjoyable manner. Thanks a million. We'd also like to thank our sponsor, Pat and Una McDonough, for all their much appreciated sponsorship towards us this year. It's been vital, and thank you for all that. We'd also like to thank every club that has given us the use of their facilities this year, and everyone that contributed to putting us here today. Thanks a million. We would like to thank Doc Fitness for the use of their amazing facilities and their gym facilities this year. It's been brilliant for us and we really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. We would also like to thank Scott in the old barracks for feeding us throughout the year after every training session and matches. Thanks a million. We'd like to thank the county board for everything they do for us behind the scenes. It's been brilliant for all your hard work. Thanks a million. To our family, partner, friends and supporters, I don't think we could ever thank you enough for all you do for us. It wasn't the same without you last year, but it's been unbelievable having you here today, and thanks so much. We'd like to thank our medical team, Dr. Ian O'Connor, our very own Dr. Teenie Cormigan, our physios, Aoife Williams, and Cleena Costello, and all at Galway City Physio. Thank you for always ensuring we're well looked after. To our guest trainers this year, Johnny Kelly, thank you for taking us for a number of sessions throughout the year. To our management, to our backroom team of Mickey Grealish, Frank Doohan, John Manton, John Duggan, Conor Ryan, Mike Finn, thank you so much for everything you do for us behind the scenes. To Orla and Trace, to have your knowledge and experience this year has been unbelievable. It is such an honour to have you both involved with us, and we cannot thank you enough for everything you bring for us. Thanks so much. To our trainer, Donal O'Rourke, this year your training has been exceptional. It took us a while to get you out of the washboard gear, but we got you there. And I hope all them trips to Galway was worth it after today. To our S&C coach, Robbie Lane, thank you so much for everything you have done for us. We are in the condition of our lives, and that's down to you, and it was evident out there today. Thank you for everything over lockdown, everything. Thank you. To our manager, Cathal Murray, for all the work you do, for always demanding what's best for us. You brought Galway Camogie to an elite level. The glue that holds everything together. Thank you so much. We'd like to a special mention to one girl, Heather Cooney. I know you hit absolutely every ball with us out there today, and this is for you today, Cooney. This is for you. Thank you. And to Cork, thanks so much for a brilliant game. I've no doubt you will be back stronger again next year. 3 cheers for Cork. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip.
So Galway have reclaimed the O'Duffy Cup, and there is so much to discuss. Join us after the break for full analysis on how the 2021 All-Ireland Senior Camogie Final was won.
Change happens when we all lend a hand. That's why AXA now offsets carbon produced by the cars they insure at no extra cost. By funding cleaner energy projects, helping to protect and restore ecosystems, and planting trees in Ireland to support a greener future. Make a change that matters. Carbon neutral car insurance from AXA.
Choose Simple Cleansing Wipes. We're tough on makeup, but gentle on skin. Kinder to planet. We're made of 100% plant-based fibres and are biodegradable. No colour, no perfume. Simple Cleansing Wipes. Clean beauty made simple. Choose kindness.
You know it's time to start your mortgage journey when you just can't bear watching TV with your parents. PM. Ready to move, but don't know where to start? Start here with EBS, the Mortgage Masters.
Just for the taste of it, Diet Coke. Just for the sweetness, just for the feel of it, just for the fun. Diet Coke.
Gas Networks Ireland is changing Ireland's energy future. Thanks to natural gas, we already connect Irish homes and businesses to a cleaner, more affordable energy. And now, we're moving towards an even cleaner future with renewable gas. Gas Networks Ireland. Progress. Naturally.
Enjoy effortless entertainment all around your home with Sky Broadband and Sky TV for just €50 a month. So you can get lightning fast speeds for all your streaming. Or kick back and take your gaming to the next level. And put your feet up with award-winning Sky TV.
Welcome to the club.
So, for just €50 a month, enjoy effortless entertainment with Sky Broadband and Sky TV. To switch today, search Sky 50.
Step out of the ordinary into Orchard Keys Cider. Follow the fox.
Square is open for every business, old and new, large and local.
and for wherever business is happening today. You can run your whole business here and get paid anywhere. You can welcome new opportunities, even when your doors aren't open. And you can make every part of your business work together. Square, the shape of things to come.
It's the ham sandwich for breakfast on the school trip to Cove. It's trying not to wake the whole house when you're in after a late one. It's Christmas break, spent down at Granny's house. It's the only thing your sister would eat the whole of 3rd class. And the only thing you knew how to cook when you first moved out. It's what you ate the morning you got married. It's 200 years of memories. And for that, only Denny will do.
Welcome back to Croke Park. So Galway are the All-Ireland champions for 2021. Anne-Marie is still dancing, so the Saw Doctor's here. But Anne-Marie, I do want to talk to you about the goal that Siobhan McGrath scored towards the end. We talked about that inside forward line. Ailish O'Reilly set it up as well.
And they found it so difficult to break the shackles all day. Ailish O'Reilly had just pointed a very difficult free, or first free. Ball comes inside here. Look where she is. She's out of the 45. Siobhan McGrath making the run inside. Little pass off. Now, she was so lucky. Such a goal to finish. She gave it a little tap in, didn't go for the big hit. She was very lucky that Libby Coppinger didn't get the flick on it, but finished at the back of the net. Ailish O'Reilly, what brilliant work. And you know, those girls had goals in their mind if the ball got in there. Again, Ailish O'Reilly, that first free she took when Carrie Dolan went off, brought Galway within 1 point. When they got the goal, they went 113 to 111 up. And look, we had spoken about that full forward line, but they did find it difficult to break the shackles all day. And look, it was coming. You just felt it.
But even that pass off Ailish, it was the very last second. Like, she almost overcooked it and took too much out of it. But it was just at the right time when Siobhan slipped in behind Libby.
Well, let's hear from the Sarsfield stalwarts. So Siobhan McGrath has been speaking to Valerie Wheeler.
Siobhan, congratulations. How's it feeling? How does it feel? You're All-Ireland champions.
Oh, you can't really put it into words right now. Like, it was just, when you coming up here, it was going to be nip and tuck. We knew there was only a point in it either way, and like, we played them in the league this year. It went to extra time, so we knew coming out here it was just going to be right down to the wire, and that's what it was today.
Is it extra special today, considering it's your 3rd final, the loss last year? What does it mean to you today now?
Oh, you can't really put it into words. Like, this is what you dream of. Growing up in Galway, like, you know, I suppose this is my first All-Ireland, so it's so sweet. And like, you know, you're there in 2013, you know, watching your sisters. I was on the line here doing water when they won in 2013, and I suppose that really kind of put it into kind of what it would be like to win it. So it's a dream come true. I can't believe it.
Amazing support. I can see the celebrations are going to go on for the week, I'd say.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the crowd was unbelievable today, both sides. It was so hard to hear anything, like, you know, players right beside you couldn't hear a word they were saying, and it was unbelievable, the turnout. And geez, I've never played in front of such a loud crowd. It was unreal.
Congratulations. It was a great game.
Thanks a million, Valerie. Thanks.